Man, I was just walking down my neighborhood right now and I was listening to this song and the vibes were right and I was just feeling super grateful for the path that we get to walk. And sometimes you wonder like, why do these things happen to me? Why do I have to struggle through these things, right? And you kind of, in a way start victimizing yourself, right? But then there's signs that the universe puts in front of you. And as I walked and the music and it started stirring my emotions, and I look up and I see all these green trees, but then there's one purple tree right there, right? And it just kind of told me right there that everyone walks a different path. And your path is the purple tree, right? It's the different path. And like we all have our own uniqueness, right? And our own struggles. But that's the whole beauty of it, because that purple tree, even though it's flawed, quote unquote, it's different than the rest. It's actually beautiful and perfect in the way that it is. And it made me think of the path that I chose. I chose a different path than many of the people that I interact with on a daily basis. But then you meet people along your same path and you find the support and you find the people that are pushing you along, that are doing similar things, right? Everyone's trying to build and create. And that's the whole beauty of this, right? I mean, and yeah, you can walk two paths. You can walk the path of being a victim and saying, why is it so difficult for me? But it's that path that actually turns you into the person that you want to be. It's the lessons along the way. And so you have to walk through this chaos and you step into it slowly. You step into the unknown, and it's controlled chaos. That's what it is. And so, I woke up this morning and I felt like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm not sure. And then it's that uncertainty that kind of presses you a little bit in your chest, and you're just not quite sure. But you apply like a morning process to change your physiology. So I get up, I get in my ice bath, right? Immediately change of state right there, crank out some pull-ups. My knees have been hurting, so I haven't been running. But then I go on a small walk. I put my headphones on, and you start to be fucking grateful of the things that are yet to come. And when you become grateful of your future, of the things that you have an opportunity to receive, and that's when you're really tapping into abundance. And the more you step into that, into the unknown, into faith, ultimately being able to see what isn't there yet in physical form, and having full belief and conviction that God, the universe, is showing you through the lessons and the struggles that you're going through right now, those are the things that are showing you how you can actually receive those things. And so if you can be grateful for the lessons and live this very present moment, because every moment has a lesson. And if you can take and absorb the lesson, it's like squeezing the lemons out of every single lemon that you have here right now, so you can make the best lemonade for the next moment. Then you're always going to have something to drink. You're never going to be thirsty, man, right? But it's the people that waste lemons along the way that end up getting thirsty, having to take pit stops, having to go and stop, and they're not sure what to do, right? But they just wasted all their lemons and they have to go find more. And that's why people waste so much time, because it's in those moments where you didn't fully absorb what you needed. And so you get lost because you're not paying attention. And so pay attention, stack moment by moment by moment, and have faith that each little lemon that you pick up and you squeeze the juice out of completely is going to give you enough to keep going. And if you just have that faith and you take that step and you take that step, right, the more that you'll believe in yourself, the more that you'll take more steps and the more that you'll keep going and growing. But you have to be okay with shedding the parts of yourself that aren't serving you. And you always have to lean into love and forget about fear. Lean into love. Lean into your highest self. Lean into the path that ultimately is not certain, but it's the most exciting path. Because leaning into certainty, leaning into your comfort zone, ultimately, you know where that leads you. It's only going to lead you to what you currently have right now. And you, I know for a fact, don't want 100% what you have right now. You want more. In order to have more, you got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep growing. So let's keep going together.